So I've decided to start this little series called Survival Tools for Living the Christian Life. And I'll begin by trying to dispel a myth, and that is that somehow the Christian life should be charmed and problem-free. It's quite the contrary. In the New Testament, we Christians are actually referred to as soldiers, and admonished not to entangle ourselves with worldly affairs and become soft, but to be ready to endure hardships like any good soldier, or as this verse reads, like a good soldier in Jesus Christ. We should not love our lives unto death. In fact, the verse states that by losing our lives a little each day, so to speak, for the cause of Christ, we are in fact saving it. And we'll talk about abundant life because that's a term that we've all heard used in many sermons. So abundant life spoken of in John 10:10 does not imply a life of luxury and comfort. That's not the reason why Jesus came to die for us. It's not so that we could fill our lives with material things. But the abundant life Jesus referred to is salvation of the soul, peace of mind, edification of the spirit, joy in our hearts, and even healing for the body. So, this is something that all the money in the world could not purchase. And now we know what abundant life really is. So some people might ask, oh, so it's a gospel of poverty you're preaching? Are we supposed to be the downtrodden in society without a penny in our pockets? The answer is no. It's a gospel of Jesus Christ crucified. And it's also a gospel of contentment. Contentment in the things that we have. The things that God provides for us. Let's consider these two scriptures carefully. I think you'll agree that the meaning is unequivocal. Hebrews 13:5 says, "Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he hath said, I will never leave thee, nor forsake thee." And in 1 Timothy 6:7-8, he says, "For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out." And it's incredibly easy to get distracted with material things. It's happened to all of us. I've definitely struggled with it. In the world of marketing, I think there's a term they have. It's called an artificial need. If they can somehow persuade you that this fancy, frilly product or service is not a luxury but a need, one that you just can't do without, then they've succeeded in their marketing strategy. And then you as the consumer start to feel anxious to get your hands on it, to make it yours already. You spend a lot of time just visualizing what it would be like to obtain. In fact, you become discontented with everything until you get what you want. And that's really the pitfall of materialism, in my experience. It's insatiable. It's always about striving for bigger and better. And while you're striving, you're discontented. In fact, you're downright unthankful for what God has done for you. You can lose your peace of mind, the joy in your heart. And some people have gone as far as selling their soul to get what they want. So just again, to reiterate that point, abundant life, as spoken of in John 10:10, is not about material gain. Now, this is not to discount, those times when God blesses us with a surplus. He enables us to acquire something new, something bigger and better, if you will. And in those times, we give thanks. Contentment is key.